How's it going, everyone? This is Garrett Williams, G&M Outdoor Services, located in central Minnesota. We do landscaping, excavating, and snow removal. So majority of us drive down the freeway, county roads, state roads, all over the place all the time. We all see billboards like this on the side of the main roads. You might be wondering, do those actually work for your business? Should you spend money on those, or are they a waste of money? So in today's video, we're going to get into our experience with billboards. I think we've been using them for about 3 years now. So this is kind of how it's been for us. I can't guarantee the same results for you. Might be better, might be worse, but this is kind of how it's been for us. When we got our first one, I think it was 2020. It was off a decently busy road. Obviously, location is everything. The better location it is, the more you're going to pay. Around here, a ballpark price in 2023 is $700 to up to like $5,000 per month, and it's usually like a year or two contract. That includes the vinyl and everything, and then sometimes they let you change the vinyl like every year or two. This one right here is actually the first one we did. The wind actually got a bad storm and blew off the first vinyl, so we quick threw this one up. I wasn't ecstatic about this picture. It's okay, but this was the first one we had, and then this is the second vinyl. So it just kind of lists who we are, our services. It's a little cluttered. It could be a little more straightforward. We added the always hiring great people on there. This is our first one. So when we first got it, it was good. There's one other company in the area that has a lot of billboards. If you're in central Minnesota, you know who that is. Here's our newest dump truck. It's kind of a moving billboard. I'll make a video on that here coming up in the near future. Otherwise, there wasn't a lot of landscape companies doing it. It seems like now, as 3 years gone by, there's more and more landscape companies doing it, have one or two. But when we first put it up, we got a bunch of calls. A lot of people mentioned it. And billboards are not going to get you all the work you need, but they are going to help. It's like basically another tool in the toolbox. If you have a bunch of them, it's good local advertising. So if you're trying to get established locally, they will definitely do that for you long term. You're going to get, all your buddies are going to text you the first day when it's up and say, hey, seen your billboard, whatever. And then, long term, then it'll actually start working. Your customers will notice it. They'll drive by it consistently and see it. And like I said, it's another tool in the marketing toolbox. So they see it. You see it on billboards, you see it on your trucks, they see it all over. That kind of eventually gets them, when they eventually need your services, then they know who to call because they see you around. I've always said, if no one knows you, no one's going to hire you. If everyone knows you, then a few people will hire you. So this one is actually right outside our shop, and there was some other company, law firm or something, that had a lease on this. So after a while, we finally were able to get our signs on it. I figured there's maybe a few people wondering if they should or shouldn't do billboards, or how they work if you're an outdoor service company. This is just our experience. Hopefully it helped you out some. Because a lot of this stuff you don't really know until you try, or you know someone that has tried. They say to always learn from other people's mistakes, but you can only do that to some certain degree. At some point, you got to get out there and start doing stuff and learn some things for yourself. Because if you always learn from everyone else's mistakes all the time, you would never make any mistakes. Because everything, there's nothing new under the sun. So someone somewhere has done what you've done, what I'm doing, what you're trying to do. So if you always learn from everyone's mistakes, you would never have to make any, and that's just not real life. So get out there, try a few. It's not that big of an investment. Just sign up for a couple years and see how they work for you. The local ball field that we do some advertising on. Again, it's all local people. There's certain stuff like this YouTube video people can view from all over, anywhere. Where obviously signage like this is just local people, which is who our customers are. So good to kind of get in front of them in more than just one spot, and it all adds up and it all works over time. If you have billboards, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope this video helped you guys out, and remember, it is what you make it to be.